I know I could use a break, and you look long overdue for a laugh. Hey, let's go grab some drinks, 'cause it's Beverages with Brad.
Welcome to Beverages with Brad. This is my guest, Johnny Gates.
It's good to be here, man.
When did you stop playing music? When did you stop?
Started playing music, I was a senior in high school. I mean, I would sing in my car to the records or whatever, but I never played anything. And then I applied to one school in New York, a film school. I got rejected. So I was in this drama class in school, and the kid I was sitting in front of basically turned around and he's like, "Hey man, you have long hair. Do you want to audition for my band?" You know?
So that's what qualifies? So basically,
that was it.
If you got accepted to film school and if I had long hair, we'd be sitting in two different seats.
We'd be total opposite. So anyway, I was like, I have nothing else going on. I love music. Like, I think I can sing. And then I've been in that band now for like 13 years. And so randomly, I was listening to the radio one night and this new artist, her song came on and it was Taylor Swift. It was her first single ever, that song Tim McGraw. Her vocal was kind of pop and the production was like cool and acoustic. I don't know, a light bulb went off and I was like, we should try to find out like, A, who this girl is, and B, who's working on this. We found her producer online and I wrote him an email being like, hey man, we're gonna be in Nashville, like meeting with labels. And we weren't. Like, we were going to Antonio's to get pizza.
The key is, kids, if you want to make it, you lie.
And he wrote us back. And so then we just jumped in like our cars and drove 18 hours to Nashville. We had spent some time on a record label. The project was kind of shelved. And then we ended up in the situation where like we didn't really want to be anymore. You dream about the day that you walk into that office and like you sign your deal. And it sucked to have to be like, all right, I need to go back into that office and ask out of our deal. And that's when we got the call for the Rod Stewart tour. And it was cool for me personally because my mom is a massive Rod Stewart fan. And the first night I was like jetting out of our dressing room and I bumped into this guy and it was Rod Stewart. He was like, I used to do what you do, like don't be nervous, just have fun. It was cool and it set the tone.
He was a cool dude.
Dude, it set the tone for the entire tour. I'd say about a week after the tour, someone slid into my DMs being like, listen, we're from The Voice. We found a video of yours on YouTube. We think you should...
You lucky son of a bitch. Like, I'm here thinking I'm going to interview this guy who's going to be like, oh, man, I was living in a trash can. I had to wait in line for 17 days to get one audition. You're like, no, they called me because I was out kicking ass. No,
but that time, I said, you know, thanks, but no thanks.
You told him no.
Yeah. Yeah.
This guy.
But just because
that makes me feel good because I asked you to do Beverages with Brad and you're like, yeah, I'll do that. They're like, yeah. When you do The Voice, like, I ain't got time for that shit.
There was always like a stigma, I felt like, in the alternative rock world.
Like it seemed cheesy.
Yeah,
right?
And I was just like, you know, I was like, we're killing it right now. Like we were just on this massive tour, like we're killing it. I felt like I needed to explore LA a little bit and like who I was becoming as an artist first.
You know what people become in LA, Johnny? Dishwashers. When NBC calls you up, just answer the
No, I know, I mean...
And don't do the thing, you know what I mean?
And it could have gone that way, but maybe like a year later, that's when LA kind of hit us a little bit in Hollywood, and like we realized it was...
You became humbled?
It was friggin' hard out there. We had this argument in practice, and then I walked outside, and I called The Voice back a year later, and I was like, I'm in.
You had to be nervous, right? I mean...
Totally.
You didn't look nervous, but I'm sure you were, right?
And I didn't feel it until you're in this holding room with this door. Like you could see Blake's nose a little bit, and that's when it hits you.
Nothing more intimidating than Blake Shelton's nose.
No, but you're like, damn. You're like, it's real out there. And I'm like, if I don't get a chair to turn around,
it's gonna be awkward.
Yeah, and like I'm kind of gambling with my entire career.
Yeah.
And then a chair didn't turn around for like 25 seconds, like, which were probably the longest 25 seconds of my life. As soon as that first chair turned around, it's like, you at least secured yourself. You're like, all right, I'm in the club.
Somebody
you know?
thinks I'm good.
Yeah, and it was Gwen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Blake turned around like right after. It was like boom, boom. So I'm like, oh, this is dope. And then I didn't want the performance to like end. Yeah. And then Alicia turned around and it was just like, this is amazing, you know? There's no script. Like, it's always real. So that's like what was cool about Gwen. Like, she would always be the first person to be like, screw the cameras, like, they're not here. What do you want to do with this song? I didn't want to just go up there and sing classic rock songs just because I have long hair. I was trying to pick interesting song choices that I could kind of make my own.
So how do you feel about the 4 performances you did? You feel good about them?
Yeah, I feel like The Blind went over really well. The second song was The Battle. We're like, so that was the one we
How do you
didn't.
feel about the whole battle? I don't think I like that. It seems shitty.
I will go on record as saying it's shitty to compete against somebody in music because music's not a competition. And that's the whole point of getting into art is because you want to escape that view of the world. My battle partner was this girl, Sammy Zonana, who like is super cool. We went into it being like, screw it. Like we're gonna go up there and we're gonna look like a duo.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be one of those people where it's like, I'm trying to sing over you and then you're trying to sing over me.
I don't like that on the show.
Dude.
It's awkward. The voice producers, I know you care a lot about my opinion. You gotta get rid of that part of the show. It's lame.
And dude, our mentor was Celine Dion. And we have her song that we've never even heard before. You know,
That must be nerve-wracking, huh? To sing her song in front of her.
well, yeah, because we changed it so much.
Yeah, how did she react?
She loved it. Like,
awesome.
she was like banging on the piano. Like, if you're gonna do covers as a songwriter, you wanna pick something weird and make it your own. And I feel like I caught shit for this in the comment sections and like, bad song selection, stick to what got you here, sing rock and roll, blah, blah. Some guy, who knows where, telling me to stick to rock and roll. It's like, dude.
And he's like eating Cheetos on his mom's couch.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, I've been playing music for how long? But I will say, overall, like 99% of the feedback was positive.
That's
and I
awesome.
feel like The Voice, they try to portray like a super positive environment. Like,
That's
even the
cool.
coaches,
The post-voice
post-Voice.
experience for Johnny Gates.
I mean, I've had some people reach out as far as like producers and like even some labels and stuff, like,
That's
which
really
is why
cool.
I wanted to do the show.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm doing this EP on my own. Like, I'm producing it on my own, I'm writing it on my own, and I'm recording it on my own because I want people to know what kind of artist I really am. The first single, Wish I Knew You, comes out July 14th.
Oh, that's very soon.
iTunes, Spotify. It just got premiered yesterday on Huffington Post. But yeah, man, the vibe is it's raw. There's no auto-tune, there's nothing. It's literally a guitar.
No T-Pain.
There's none of that.
Well, I look forward to it. Wish you all the best.
Brad.
Thank you for doing the show, man. I really appreciate it.
Brad, thanks,
Johnny
man.
Gates.
Thanks for having me,
a
dude.
lot.
And thank you guys for
you.
watching.